guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome, and if you guys have already been subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. Today's video is going to be all about influencer owned makeup brands. Now today we're going to talk about Domini Cosmetics, Luna Beauty, Jacqueline Cosmetics, Huda Beauty's line, M Cosmetics, Persona Cosmetics, KKW, Fenty Beauty, One Star Beauty, a lot of influencer owned makeup brands. So if you guys want to see how I achieve this look and how I feel about all these products, then please keep on watching. So let's begin with the primer. The influencer that I have to talk about is Patrick Starr. Now you guys all know who Patrick Starr is. He is known for his complexion products, and I was super excited when Patrick came out with his own brand, which is called One Size Beauty, and that's exactly what we're going to use today. I have a sample size of it, that's why it's running all over the place. I have his primer, which is also known as Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. So this comes like a very white moisturizing primer kind of a effect. So I'm gonna concentrate that on the center of my face, basically in like the T-zone where I have the maximum amount of pores, because that's what it focuses mainly on. I was super excited when he was like coming out with his own brand, and the products that I'm still very intrigued is his new concealer that is launching. When by the time you were watching it, it might be already launched, but I'm very intrigued about that. I'm very intrigued about his pressed powder, which I do not own. So most probably if he does have like a sale for like the holidays or something, I might just pick out the pressed powder version as well as the bigger loose powder as well as his concealer, because I'm super intrigued by it. Especially if you're looking for like a mattifying and a blurring primer, you would absolutely love it. Now let's move on to the foundation. I don't know if any like a YouTube influencer does have a brand that also does foundation and concealer, like the base product. I know Huda Beauty does it, but her complexion products are very miss for me. At least till now, it has been a miss for me. So I'm just going to use Fenty Beauty's Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint, which is Rihanna's brand. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Rihanna is. So I'm gonna just apply that, and I actually look for an occasion, like when can I use my eavesdrop, because it's so skin-like, it's so lightweight on the skin. I absolutely love it, and I absolutely like it to pair it with like a round buffing brush so that I can get the maximum amount of coverage that can give. It's a very light to medium, I would say, coverage skin tint, very apt for like summer season. We are planning to go out for a bike ride after this, so I'm planning to keep it very easy and like simple, or even on the eyes. But if it is like on the heavy side, because we never know how it's gonna turn out at the end, then I'll just rock this look and bike with my boys. But we are planning to go out for like biking. We enjoy all like outdoorsy kind of things, so that's what we are looking forward to today. See how beautifully it just blends into the skin. I love it. It's so easy, it's so user friendly. Absolutely love it. I have done like a dedicated review on this Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint. By the way, I am in the shade 11 in this. Now for the concealer, again I'm going to use Flower Beauty. This is Drew Barrymore's brand, and I absolutely love this concealer. The shade that I'm using is M34 Medium Honey. I like the peachiness of this concealer. It at least reduces, if it doesn't get rid of my dark circles. My dark circles has been on a different journey altogether. If I get a little tired, if I get a little stressed out, the first thing that comes on my face is the pimples, the acne, and the dark circles. I love that for me. So I'm just gonna concentrate that on the inner corner, on the outer corner, and then just blend whatever is left out underneath the eyes so that it's not like super heavy. I'm going to do the same thing on the upper area of the eye, on the lid area, so that it can act like an eye primer too. You know which foundation is absolutely coming in handy for me, especially when I am dealing with like a lot of acne marks and scarring from it. The Danessa Myricks foundation, the Vision cover, which you absolutely need a tiny amount, that is coming super handy for me. I just take a tiny little bit, I buff it out with the same brush and just pop it on top of the pimples, and that takes care of at least the redness. Now once that's all blended, we all know what powder I'm going to use. It's again from One Size Beauty. It's the translucent setting powder. I'm going to use that all over my face, underneath the eyes, everywhere, because you guys know my love affair with this. Super blurring, super finely milled. Now let's move on to the bronzer, and the bronzer that I'm going to use is from Huda Beauty, and it is the new bronzer that she had released. It's from the Glowish line. I really like this bronzer, especially for like summer season when I'm ready to use like a glowy bronzer. I absolutely love it. This, I am in the shade 03 Tan Light. So it's perfect, like an in-between shade for like a bronzer as well as like a contour shade. So I really like it. It definitely is. It's not like perfectly matte. The marbleized effect that you're seeing, the lighter one has a little bit of sheen in it. So it's very like skin-like. When I started like getting into makeup, the person who was like my skin tone or like medium skin tone, I used to watch Huda all the time. And it's so lovely that she has like a brand. I really want to test out her cream contour. You know what it's like in the same packaging, but it is more of a cream bronzer contour kind of a shade. I so badly want to try that. I mean, I know that it is like a old product in the industry now, but I would still love to try it. Only that I have so many cream bronzers already in my line, and that is like more of like an heavy product, like for like instant like glam kind of an occasion. So yeah, that's why I like stayed away from it for so long, but I am very intrigued by it. So that's how the bronzer is looking like. Now let's move on to the blush, and the brand that I'm going to talk about is Luna Beauty, and this is a brand that has been created by Manny and Nui here on YouTube. If you guys do not follow Manny, you're missing some loves. I mean, I love watching his channel only because he's so hilarious, he's so humorous, it's so lightweight when you're watching. I laugh so much when I'm watching his channel. I absolutely love him and his like humor. And he created this Moon Prism blush palette with such beautiful shades. I mean, you do not need any other blush in your life if you own this palette. It's some beautiful pinky tones, peachy tones, mauvey tones, and like nude tones. Absolutely love it. I have no idea what I'm going to create today with the eye look. So, I don't know. I'm just going to mix this and this. This is Stargaze and this is Spacey. I'm just going to mix both of them together, and I'm going to apply that on my cheeks. Very buildable, very blendable, I would say, and can work on so many different skin tones. I absolutely love the shade selected for this palette. He did an amazing job with this. Out of the 6 shades, 5 of them are mattes. Only this one has a little bit of sheen in it. So when I am looking for like a, you know, that glowy kind of an effect, when I do not have those texture on the face, I dip into this shade, which is Soleil. But otherwise, I definitely do stay in like the matte family. And I know that Manny loves his matte blushes. That's why this blush palette is more on the matte side rather than on like the glowy side. But he definitely gave an option for the glowy blush lovers also. So you can definitely mix and match these shades, and you'll absolutely love it. And his products, that whatever I've tested out from his line has been like beautiful quality. So you're definitely not going to get disappointed with the quality of the products that has been created in the Luna Beauty line. Now for the highlighter, who else to talk about rather than the highlighter queen herself, and that's Jaclyn Hill. So we're going to use Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighter, and this is in the shade Iced. Now this is going to emphasize my texture for sure because it's blinding. So I'm just going to take a tiny little bit and then, can you see that? Of course you can see that. I mean, outer space people can see it. And I'm going to buff it into the skin. That's how much product is needed. I mean, like such a tiny bit. but it will give so much more impact. And I think rather than going for the shade Iced, if I would have gone for the shade Mesmerized, it would have been like much more flattering on me. This is more of that icy toned, more like silver champagne kind of a shade. This is the most blinding highlighter in their line. I can be wrong. I mean, I don't own any other highlighters from her line, but yeah, this is pretty blinding. On the nose, on the cupid's bow. She is one person who can like convince you to buy anything in this world. And that's a talent. I mean, that is such a big talent, to convince people to believe her and to buy whatever. She can sell a product like no other. And the products that I have tested out from Jaclyn Cosmetics have been really, really good. So I am super interested on like the future releases for Jaclyn Cosmetics. I'm eyeing them. We'll see how it rolls. Now let's move on to the eyes, and there are two brands that I really wanted to mention. One is Kristen Dominique's brand, which is Dominique Cosmetics, and the other one is Mac Daddy's brand, which is Artist Couture, and I have Supreme Nudes with me. So I'm going to mix both of them up together because I love both these brands very, very much. I know that I have been raving about Dominique Cosmetics a lot on my channel, and for a reason. This is, I mean, yeah, I'll show you the palette if you've not seen, and if you're living under a rock, because this palette is so beautiful. It's so wearable for an everyday look. I mean, I use this every time when I'm going out. That's how much I love it. I mean, if I do not have to think about anything else, that's basically the palette that I'm looking for. And the other one, the Supreme Nudes palette from Artist Couture, also has a beautiful color story. If you are into like nudes and bronzes, I absolutely love this palette too. Love the packaging. Superb. A++ on the packaging for sure. So I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I am gonna concentrate on both these palettes today. I am gonna dip into the shade which is called Vanilla Cream from the palette, and I'm gonna blend it all across my eyelid, just like my overall shade, just to brighten up the eye a little bit. You can also use these shades on your face also. So if you want to like use the Vanilla Cream shade underneath your eyes, you can definitely do that. It'll brighten up your under eyes so nicely. It's very, very blendable, very buildable. Next, I'm gonna take the shade called Caramel from the palette. Mid-tone brown shade, I would say. I'm going to apply that on my crease. I'm going to use the same shade on my lower lash line too. Now let's take this purple shade from the palette, which is called Double Shot. I'm going to apply that on the outer corner of the eye. It's such a beautiful shade, and you guys know I have a thing for purple, and it's been too many videos that have not used purple, so why not? I'm also going to apply it on like my outer corners of my lower lash line, just to mend everything together. I can keep using this palette. Let's move on to Artist Couture palette. I'm going to take the shade called Transcend from the palette, and then I'm going to take that and melt it into that purple shade, and also building my crease a tiny little bit. Oh, both of these together, so good, right? And then for my lid, I want to take the shade which is called Creme Brulee from this palette, and then I'm going to apply that on my lid. I'm going to concentrate on my like inner third of the lid, and this melt it into the other shades. Thank you, sunlight, for coming back. See? So pretty. I'm just going to take a tiny little bit of this orange shade from the palette, which is called Pumpkin Spice. I'm just going to melt it in the center, just a tiny little bit. Just like that, and I'm going to concentrate that on my lower lash line too. For the inner corners, I'm going to take the shade which is called Macchiato from the palette, which is this shade. Apply that on my inner corners. Just like that. Now because I'm wearing like burgundy, I want to take the shade which is called Aesthetic from the palette, this deep burgundy brown shade. Generously apply it on my lower lash line, right on my lash line, I would say. So I finished off my eyes with some liner and mascara, and for the liner I just use my Essence liquid liner, and for mascara I use Maybelline's Big Shot mascara. I really don't know whether you can find both these products on their website or not, but this is what I had with me, so I just wanted to finish off with that. Now let's move on to the lips. For the lips, I'm going to take my KKW Beauty's lip liner in the shade Nude 2. And if you guys do not know, this is Kim Kardashian's brand. She's undergoing some kind of a renovation, and that's why all the products are like 50% off, like 20 to 70% off on her website. If you guys want to look out for her products, definitely do check her website. Her lip liners are like the best. I mean, I love the tones that she selected for the lip liners. I absolutely love it. I'm just gonna fade it with my fingers on the lips. Now for the lipstick, I'm going to talk about M Cosmetics. Now I have been following Michelle Phan for a long time when she was here on YouTube, and everything from M Cosmetics has been absolutely amazing. So I'm going to use this, and this is in the shade Rose Nude. Very moussey, very lightweight, very comfortable on the lips. And then for my gloss, I'm going to take Persona Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Honey. And I love the way it looks right now, but I definitely wanted to mention Sona also. She has a brand, again, somewhat like M Cosmetics, I would say. Everything that she releases is such beautiful quality, so I definitely had to mention her. And that's it, guys. I really love the way everything is looking on my face. I really like it. Now let me just quickly set my face with some setting spray. I don't think I have anything influencer owned in my collection, so I'll quickly set my face and I'll get right back. And that is my final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial where I used everything influencer brand associated. So yeah, I mean, I definitely did give you the options of everything that I like. So I cannot like choose my favorites, but a must have would be this, and this. I mean, I can go on and on. All of these are like my favorites, but these are like my ride or dies. So yes, if you did like this video, if you do have like favorites from influencer owned brands, definitely let me know down in the comment section below so that I can check it out for myself. And if you did like this video, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you are notified every time that I post next. I generally upload every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!